I'm shooting for Simply Mediocre here. Today, on World Stuff, knockoff Brave Advenger. Pray for me. Advenger follows the same lineage as the Brave of Gold Goldran line, and I do have some hope for this, seeing as it's a single figure, and it actually cost, same price as the other one, that's $5.99. Though it does come from the same Polyfect Corporation. And for some reason they made it Steel Divine, which actually is a less kludgy name than Advenger, but we'll see what we're working with here in a minute. Now, one thing I will notice is that, there's a lot of little pieces here that look like the missiles, like right there. We'll see in a minute if those are actually, the missiles actually come out, or if they're just kind of stuck there. In which case, well, in that case, you've definitely got a choking hazard on your hands. Although they do have this one little warning in, oh wait, there's Spanish there, there's the English one. Pages 3 and up. Whatever that's worth. Okay, let's get started here. Okay. Didn't see anything rattling around at first sight, so that might be a good sign. Or just excellent packaging. Pretty sad if the packaging is better than the toy itself. But then again, this is a knockoff. Okay, let's see here. What's it going like? That. Okay. Well, it passed the first test. It didn't fall apart upon exiting the package. But then other than that, they still managed to severely disappoint. Oh well. Well, one good thing about only having one toy is that the instructions, at least, are somewhat coherent. And it is a Brave toy, so at least it will be somewhat simple. Although, one odd thing, this part right here that you saw earlier, what looks like the massive shield, because it does come with 3 guns here. I'm not entirely certain if that actually came with the original toy or what. It's entirely possible, but it's still very bizarre. Okay, moving on to the toy itself. So now here's the shoulder cannon. Okay, so that's just attached very flimsily on one little peg right there. Yeah, the peg is also very short on this, which I think might be something of a train platform. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, there we go. There's something. Here's gun 1. Here's gun 2. Can it actually? Okay, it pulls out like that. Okay. And the peg size are exactly the same. Alrighty. Now let's get on to the big mystery here and just set that off to the side. These little missiles. Okay, so they are just a little, just kind of molded in. Good. Because we'd hate for our precious little veal children to choke on them. Okay, let's get this thing into its train mode. I want to know. Ooh, 4 guns. Well, if nothing else, he's well armed. Okay, now close up these parts. Yeah, I noticed that in the original toy, these are spring-loaded missiles that you will almost instantaneously lose. So that might not be such a bad thing. Okay, they'll just kind of go like in there. Folds down that way. Okay. Okay, so that's going to happen regardless. Oh, and it broke. Oh well. Not going to worry about that. Though, if you are seriously considering getting this KO, that is one definitive mark against it. Let's see, now does this? Do the feet do that? No, they just kind of stick out like that. Okay, and the cannon would be sticking out back there, but it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, connect there. Oh, okay, so they actually miss a step. These parts actually fold back that way. Whatever that's worth. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we got that. Now it's supposed to, okay, there we go. Slowly, carefully. Alright, and then we do that and that. And Oh wait, you attach all the weapons on the... Well, you're supposed to attach all the weapons on the bottom here. Is there a way to actually... Not looking like there's a way to do that. Okay, now you can combine the guns themselves, but you don't seem to have much in the way of storage itself to actually put these weapons on here. Okay, fine then. Okay, this is obviously a shrunken version of the toy because in the Gold Run review, you know that little car that was kind of permanently affixed? The car could actually go in this little compartment right here. So that's, well, that's about what you could expect for $6. Another little item is that right over here, you see this little fan here? You might have seen it in the artwork. This is supposed to shoot out. Why you'd want to shoot out is kind of, well, I guess it's one of the gimmicks, but here it's just basically a molded piece. So you're probably better just leaving it like that and never opening it. Ever. Okay, here we go. Now we fold in these plates right here. Okay, there we are. Now that looks like a actual train there. Oh, closer to one anyway. It's a decent looking, well, as decent looking as you can get for the price range. So I'd still rather have the original version of this, which probably wouldn't have this snap off in about the first minute of it having it open, or at least 5 minutes anyway. And it would also probably have the weapon storage proper. I know. There's not much I can do about that, but unless I get the original toy, see, now does that? Okay, so that goes in like that. And that makes even less sense. But apparently that's how it's supposed to go. Okay, this toy itself is a novelty, but as a replacement for the real thing, most certainly not. So far it seems as though the best of these is the Gold Rand figure itself. And, well, due to the fact that it is made of cheap gold plastic, I kind of expect it to just disintegrate one day and never come back together again. But still, if you absolutely positively have to have at least a place marker, just choose one form of it and leave it in there. If the cannon breaks off, you can probably glue the thing back on there and probably leave it in robot mode permanently. But if you like the train mode, well, the engine mode anyway, it does a fair job anyway. Okay, after filling with it a little bit, this is probably how it's really supposed to go. It's supposed to fold out here, then like this, so it makes a little more sense. But, no, screw it. It's broken. I don't need it anymore. Well, I guess that wraps up this review. I've reviewed a lot worse, but I've also, oddly enough, reviewed better. A lot better, and, well, we'll be getting back to some, well, unofficial toys, but certainly not this madness I've been going through. But I really felt it was necessary to get this out of my system, really show people, during the holiday season, it's very easy to cheap out and show people the consequences of those actions. But anyway, I'm the Deceptiwolf. This has been the knockoff version of Brave Gold Run Advenger, and I bid you good night. And I need a drink.